So, white people. Question. What does it feel like to be white? Especially if you're white in America.
Imagine being a race that you're not allowed to be proud of. That's how it feels to be white. If I was to make a post on Facebook and I said I'm proud to be white, I'd be the most racist person there was. That's how it feels to be white. Imagine being blamed for things you were not even a part of. That's how it feels to be white. We have all these occasions throughout the year. We have Black History Month, we have Juneteenth, we have Pride Month. If we was to celebrate being white, that'd be a no-go. That's how it feels to be white. You have your cable channels. You have BET, Black Entertainment. If we created a channel that was called WET, White Entertainment, that'd be a no-go. That's how it feels to be white. If we speak up on racism, we're hated by some of our own kind and other races. That's how it feels to be white. Have the day you deserve.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Thawahgabar for Black Authentic Truth. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for supporting me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And this is another video that I wanted to tap into. I want to break it down piece by piece of what this man was saying when asked, what is it like to be white? So I'm going to start it over and we're going to get into it.
White people. Question. What does it feel like to be white? Especially if you're white in America.
Imagine being a race that you're not allowed to be proud of. That's how it feels to be white. If I was to make a post on Facebook and I said I'm proud to be white, I'd be the most racist person there was.
Now, let me just say, me personally, I don't see anything wrong with white people being proud of who they are, Asian people being proud of who they are, East Indian, any race being proud of who you are. It's just that when it comes to, particularly in America, we have a very dark past. And usually there's a negative connotation on white people saying they're proud of their race. Now, if a white person wants to be proud of their race or even a proud racist, go ahead. In fact, I appreciate that. I would appreciate somebody letting me know how they feel and where they stand. So no, it's not nothing wrong with white people professing how proud they are to be them. It's a negative history when it comes to them being proud of their race, because what also came with that is get out of our town, uh get out of here, the n-word with the hard er. You know what I'm saying? So that has always been a negative connotation that was attached to that. But no, I don't see anything wrong with a white person being proud or saying they're proud to be white. Good for you. Like, that's a good thing for anybody to be proud. Everybody should be proud of who they are. You understand? I feel like everybody should be a proud, uh, proclaim how proud they are to be born, whatever they were born, whatever race they are.
That's how it feels to be white. Imagine being blamed for things you were not even a part of. That's how it feels to be white. We have
Let me just get into this now. It says, imagine being blamed for things you were not even a part of. Now, we know what that is about. We know that's about chattel slavery. And America will never be able to escape that. Black and white people will never, ever be able to escape that. Let me just break something down to you. When you look at black people or even brown people and you say, okay, I see all of the problems in the black community, I see the things that they're doing to one another, why are they doing this, why are they like this, why do they make choices like this, why all of them are not succeeding, or whatever the case may be, right? You have to understand that black people are the way they are because of what happened in the past. Black people are lower on the poverty scale because of what happened in the past. They came out with an article that said that it would, in order for a black family to reach the net worth of the average white family, it would take 220 something years to catch up. That didn't happen overnight. That didn't happen because black people don't want to work. That didn't happen because black people are not trying. That happened because of what happened in the past. And so when you look at white people and you look at their position in America. You look at them at the top, the upper echelon, the filthy, wealthy, rich people. You look at the middle class. You just look at the different places, the good, nice towns and cities, the gated communities where predominantly it's them. You go out here in Southern California, the beach cities and the hills and all of those places. Well, all of that wealth was transferred and translated, and they're in that position because of the past. It's not that they were just super better and smarter and all of that than the other brown people. It's because of the past. So if somebody is going to say, "Oh, this X, Y, and Z," it's because of this, and tell a white person that today, and they get upset with it, it's the reality. White people are in the position they're in because of the past. We can't just look at individual accomplishments and say, well, they all did it that way and worked hard. The same way I would never look at black people that are accomplished and they made it and say, well, because the black person made it, all black people should be the same. That's just not how it works. That's just not how it works. But let me get back to it.
All these occasions throughout the year. We have Black History Month, we have Juneteenth, we have Pride Month. If we was to celebrate being white, that'd be a no-go. That's how it feels to be white. You have your
So he talked about the holidays, Juneteenth, Black History Month. Listen, when it comes to those days, I feel that we don't even need them anyway. We don't need them to just focus on that specific time about our history. We need to be focusing on our history throughout the year. That's how I feel, in recognizing every act of Black history throughout the 365 days in the year. Now, when he talk about them making a holiday and being proud and all of that, I mean, that is America. America is the symbol of white pride. The flag is the symbol of white pride and patriotism. What holiday do you need? You got Christmas, you got Thanksgiving. All of these holidays are created by Europeans. Just the life of America, the ideal of America, the flag of America, the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance. These are things that traditionally white people are proud of. The history, the wars, the battles, Pearl Harbor, D-Day, all of these things white folks are proud of, as they should be. Why? Because America is known as a white nation, even though many other groups made America black and brown. Their contributions are not looked at. When other countries look at America, they look at it as a white nation ran by white people. So there's plenty. You don't have to talk about white history when it's pushed in the school system. Most black and brown people hear about Pearl Harbor and D-Day and World War II and all of that before they ever learn anything about the true history of what happened to their ancestors. And when they do learn, it's just, it's downplayed. So I don't get it. I don't get I understand why black people do it, is because we've been told we were nothing. We've been subjugated and said we were less than. So what I think is, and what I know is, a lot of like Black History Month started from Negro History Week, which was to encourage black people to remember their history, to think about their history. Don't forget the great accomplishments and achievements that your people done, because they're not going to get talked about if you don't talk about it. That's why I say all the time, like, if you want your children to know about your history, you need to teach them yourself, because we are a nation within a nation. And the nation that we are within, they're coming with critical race theory. They don't want to teach the true history. So as a black person, it's up to you to teach your children, or they won't know anything about their ancestors. They won't know anything about the struggles they people went through to get to this point. And so when I look at history, I look at days and all of that. I mean, go ahead and make a day, but it's pointless when all of the holidays are created for and by y'all. Black people are just assimilated into this culture. We come from a totally different culture, but since we were stripped of everything, we have to celebrate the little bit of things and accomplishments that we got since being enslaved. Okay, let me keep going. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Cable channels. You have BET, Black Entertainment. If we created a channel that was called WET, White Entertainment, that'd be a no-go. That's how it feels to be white. If we speak up on
Oh
racism,
man.
we're hated by some of our own kind and other races.
Okay. So he said if they had a WET like BET. First of all, let me just say, oh yes, they did have programming shows specifically catering to black people on many different networks, including BET. Now, a lot of the stuff that they put out that's catered to our community is just trash. It has the same old tired scenarios, but that's beside the point. The point is that television programming has always been white American. Television, the soap operas, the sitcoms, the movies, all of that stuff has always had the image of white people. White woman being the symbol of beauty, the white man being a hero. Like, come on, man, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, a lot of times they like to point out, they like to point out things like this, but don't really think it over before they start talking. Like this right here, cool. You should be able to be proud of your race. And I'm saying, I'm not saying don't be. I'm just saying it's a negative connotation when it comes to saying I'm white and I'm proud, or if you was to say white power. Now, if you was just to say I'm white, I'm a proud white person, cool. But you say white power, we know there's a, like that KKK white supremacist energy behind that historically. Okay. Uh, and everything else I said, like everything has been made for them and by them, and you're barely getting around to even hearing. You still hear to this day, oh, this is the first black man that became president of this association. This is the first black woman that is the chairwoman of this company. Like, you still hearing that. Black people are still in a place where you integrated into, where you're still being called the first in 2024. They're still saying, congratulations, you're the first. You get what I'm saying? This country is inherently a white ran country.